to another episode of Flute Tip of the Week. Once again, I have a different background, and the reason why is because I'm now going to be in Montreal for the next few weeks. For the last 3 years, I've been part of a summer developmental orchestra called the Orchestre Francophonie. It's a fantastic orchestra, it's got a wonderful caliber of musicians, very friendly, and the conductor, Jean-Philippe Tremblay, is incredible. It's some of the best growing experiences I've had in my whole life. And this year I'm going to be doing lots of principal work, and I'm also going to be soloist, and I'm also composer. So, slightly busy this year. So today we're going to talk about ways to wake up your brain, especially if you're just about to start in orchestra or if you have only a few minutes to work on some technique stuff. So, really excited. Let's get right into it. To wake yourself up and get yourself ready quickly, try doing brain exercises. This can be anything from making rules of, say, setting modulation places within scales, to choosing different rhythms for articulation. You can do other things as well, like taking melodies you know and adding ornamentation in a kind of Baroque style, or also doing lots of octave jumps to wake up your face. And really, this is an opportunity for you to get used to improvisation and also to really think about what areas of your playing you need to warm up before you feel really ready to get going. This can be kind of like your daily shot of caffeine. So for example, one thing that I like to do on a semi-regular basis is transposing at the top of each scale. So I'll start on a C, I'll go up to C sharp, down to D, and everything like that. And so on. And you can also do the same thing with arpeggios. These can be quite similar to things that you would find in, say, Reichert's daily exercises book, but these are things that you're able to do without actually having to have your study books with you. So for more examples, another thing that I like to do is I like to take, say, childhood melodies and either do octave loops of them to wake up my lips, or like I said, doing ornamentation. And also another thing to think about when you're doing these kinds of exercises is to really think about your phrasing and your musicality and how you want to shape the inside of the notes and the intervals. So right there, I was thinking about how a singer, when they're changing notes, they don't just suddenly jump to the next one. There's always going to be a moment of transition. Let's say that I want to improvise something and I want to try thinking about different emotions that I can portray, and I want to focus on specific things in my technique. So right now I'm going to set myself the key of D flat major. I'm going to go for something a little cheerio, darling, and I'm going to focus mostly on octaves and scales and thirds. Or say I want to do something a little bit more somber, and I want to try to work on my low register and make sure that it is ringing properly. So let's say perhaps C sharp minor, and I'm going to go for something quite morose or dark, sad, something like that. So again, that tip was, if you want to wake yourself up before rehearsal, improvise brain exercises. This can be anything from setting rules in scales, like points of transposition, or improvising melodies to work on your sound, your expression, or even various points of technical problems, even right down to ornamentation and articulation. I hope you found this tip helpful. I think it's super important for people to learn how to improvise and to really understand different ways of working on technical problems or just waking themselves up and really getting musical as quickly as possible. Really, when you know how to improvise, it helps you so much in terms of understanding the mindset or the development of composition, and also it is a lot of fun, and it can get really boring just doing the same kind of daily exercises in books every single day. So why not just make your own? So until next week, flute happy and use your brain for that shot of caffeine right when you need it. As I said, this is the third time that I'm doing this orchestra, which is based in Montreal, and I've actually been lucky enough to rent the same place each time, and this is the first time I'm in this room, and one of the really cool things is really neat Russian dolls for when one doll just isn't enough.